When someone tells me that can't be done, that's not possible, I'm already figuring out how I'm going to do it. When they're telling me that that can't be done, that's just not possible. I've either already figured out how to do it, or I'm doing it, or I've done it. And that is how I am. I am unstoppable. And I want to share with you why and how to be unstoppable. So first of all, I thank my dad. My dad really instilled in me to be persistent, to never give up, to always fight for what I believe in. He really put that into my mind, my body, my soul, my heart, my everything. And, he's a bit like Tony Robbins, and he passed away when I was 19. And so he's been out of my life for a long time, but he's always with me. And so that's my first thing to share with you, is finding a mentor, someone that instills that within you, that helps with your mindset, that helps guide you, that helps support you in your journey, that really instills that inside of you, that creates that foundation. The mighty oak tree grows from a tiny seed. So you just need someone to plant that seed and help you water it and help you grow it. And so my dad did that for me. He taught me to always ask. He said, always ask for what you want and you need. The worst thing someone can say is no. And when they say no, ask again and don't give up. If it's something you really want, keep going, do it. He taught me never to give up. He taught me to believe in myself. And I have truly, truly become unstoppable. And I want to share a story with you because I teach in stories, and this is a good one. So I went to the Netherlands recently. One of my dreams and my manifestations was to assist Anadea Judith in chakra yoga. And she invited me over. And I also really wanted to go and see Anita in the Netherlands. It was my dream. I've got ancestral lineage in the Netherlands as well. And so that was a huge manifestation, dream come true for me. And but I had to take 4 different trains. And on the last train, I had put my laptop under the seat because I was in the walkway and I didn't want it to get stepped on. And when I got off the train, I forgot to get it, because out of sight, out of mind, I forgot to get it. I got off the train and went, oh, but it was too late. And the train was gone and the laptop was gone, and all my work's on my laptop, all my, everything's on my laptop. And, so I was like, oh my God, this is so intense. And so I got in touch with Lost and Found, and they located my laptop and they had it. And so that was great. And I was putting it out to the universe, visualizing it coming back to me, and they found it. And so that was really, really good. But long story, they wouldn't, they gave me misinformation. So I went to pick it up and they were closed. And then they wouldn't let me come and pick it up at the next location that they transported it to. And so they were going to send it to me from the Netherlands to Sweden. Now, in this moment, I had 2 options. Option 1, be Zen and spiritual and let go of my laptop and allow it to come to me in 2 weeks' time by mail that I'd have to pay for, from the Netherlands to Sweden. And my dad came right in and he's like, no. You got to go get it. And I was like, yeah, I do, don't I? And I sat and I did a meditation. I did some yoga and I was like, no, I need to get my laptop. Now, there's a time and place for letting go and surrendering. And I think that letting go and surrendering is an important thing to do. And I did have to do that because I didn't know if I could get it. But there was this strong part of me, the kind of Tony Robbins, energy of, no, I'm going to get my laptop. And so I became unstoppable. And I talked to the guy on the phone. I said, well, I know you keep telling me that it's not possible, because he kept saying, it's not possible. This is not how it works. And I said, well, it is possible, because I'm on the train. I've delayed my flight. I'm on a train and I am on my way to get my laptop. I understand you have it there. It's in your warehouse where you keep everything. And I'm on my way there. And he kept saying over and over again, that's not possible. You're wasting your time. No one's allowed at the warehouse. The address is not on the website. And I'm not going to give it to you, because that's not how things are done. We are going to send it to you. And I said to him, can you please stop telling me it's not possible, because it is possible, because I'm going to get my laptop. And then he argued with me again. He said, it's not possible. And I said, you know what? I've counted how many times you've told me it's not possible. And it's in total of 7 times already. And I'm just letting you know that you need to be prepared, because I'm not leaving the Netherlands without my laptop. And he again said it. And even though I said, please don't say it again, he said it again. And I said, well, okay, but I'm coming. Get ready for me. And then I went about sending emails and phone calls to absolutely everyone I could. And I did get my laptop, and I did find the hidden mystery warehouse where all lost and found property was located. And, you know, they stored it in this big building, and it was full of stuff from people. And, you know, I did find it, and it's a long story, but I asked for guidance. I asked for support. I asked for angels, and I met them. And I met so many angels, and I met so much support, and it was magical. And is there a science to it? This is what I want to keep coming back to. And this is my message, is that in my feeling, in my experience, I'm almost 50. I have been manifesting my most abundant life, and I have story after story after story after story about manifesting my most abundant life and being unstoppable and making my dreams come true against all odds. Where someone else would have given up, I don't give up. I stay persistent. When I know that the surrendering and the letting go is not the answer. Now, sure, I could have just let go and waited for them to send it. But you know what? My intuition told me if I did that, I would not get my laptop. And I was not prepared to lose my laptop. And when it's something that you really, really want, and this is the other part of being unstoppable, if it's something you really, really want, and you're not prepared to be in a state of surrender, you're not prepared to let it go. And that's the passion, and that's the persistence, and that's the drive that will, like an arrow, will meet its target. So the passion, the emotion, you know, that fiery nature that I have inside of me when I am crystal clear. And I was so determined. I was like, I am not leaving the Netherlands without my laptop. And when I arrived and I, you know, because I didn't have an address. Okay. But I had angels that helped me and gave me clues along the way. So, you know, these 2 lovely fellows that were just walking along were like, oh, can I help you? Because I had just asked the universe, God, Goddess, I said, please help, bring me angels, bring me people that can help me find my way. And then these 2 lovely guys, they came up and they go, oh, do you need help? And I was like, yeah, actually I do. And they said, oh, what are you looking for? And I was like, oh, well, this warehouse that has lost property. Do you know where it is? And they're like, no, but we'll help you find it. And it was just like that, you know, and then because they knew the language in the Netherlands, they could speak Dutch to everyone. And just along the way, walking and talking to people and like asking questions, and like we found it. And when we arrived and knocked on that big door and that door opened, I said, you're expecting me. I'm the woman with the laptop. And the guy looked at me, he goes, I cannot believe you found us. No one has ever been here. I don't know how you got the address. I said, I didn't have an address. And he said, well, how did you find us? I goes, because I'm meant to be here and get my laptop. And, and he gave me a big hug. He thought I was a miracle. He thought I was amazing. He took pictures with me, and I became like the talk of the company that day, and he was really friendly and really nice. And he just laughed. He goes, what an extraordinary woman that you were unwilling to let anything stop you. And I said, yeah, I'm unstoppable. And so, being unstoppable means that you believe in yourself. You believe in your vision or what you're doing. There's this confidence because you are unshakable inside. You know what you want, what you need, and you're not afraid of making waves, being different, being judged. I did make some waves, I did get some judgment, and I got some bad energy thrown my way, and I got the doubters and everything else, but I just kept going, and I stayed true to my North Star, my what I knew was important. And this is how I got my first job too, is I had called, and it was working at a fitness gym, Club CalFit in California. And my first amazing real job. I mean, I had lots of jobs, but this was a real, I was running the whole gym, and I was a fitness trainer and coach. And I called, and she said, no, we're not hiring. I said, well, call me back and let me know when you are hiring. And I called her a week later because she didn't call me. And I talked to her again. I go, oh, hi. I'm the girl that called last week. She goes, no, we're still not hiring. I said, okay, well, call me back. She didn't call me back. And so I called her, and I kept calling her. And then finally, and I think it was the fourth or fifth time, she says, oh my God, is it you again? Well, go ahead and come on in, and I'll, interview you, because I just want you to stop calling. And so she interviewed me, and I got the job. And I ended up being, her key person. I ended up being the manager and running the whole gym, and being a personal trainer. And so, I not only got the job, but I got a stellar job with benefits. And it was amazing. And that came from me not just walking away when I heard no. And I heard no 4 or 5 times. And I was not going to waver. I was going to be persistent. And I cannot tell you how many times in my life this has happened. And, another story is my, darling husband said, oh, honey, that can't be done. And I can't even remember what it was. I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. And so I just ignored him, and I went and did it. And then I went and I had coffee at the local cafe, and the art that was hanging on the wall, it said, while people are telling you that something can't be done, a woman has already done it. And I thought, that is so true. That is exactly what I've just done. I was told that I can't do something, and I have just done it. And so it can be done. And, it just happened again just a couple weeks ago. We were putting this cushiony thing on the spa pool, and you have to push it in really hard. And the boys and my husband were like, nope, you brought the wrong ones. These aren't the right ones. It's not going to work. You're going to have to take them back. And I said, oh, come on. No, those are the right ones. Nope, they're not. Look, we're trying here, and it's not working. And I just grabbed one, and I just pushed it right in, and it worked. And I said, they are the right one, because look, I've just done it. And so don't let anyone else tell you that something can't be done. If you know it can be done, just get out there and do it. And that will make you unstoppable. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. You tried. You did your very best. Like if the woman at the Club CalFit gym in California kept saying no, I would have to eventually let it go. Then I would have to surrender. But if you don't have to let it go and you don't have to surrender and you give it your all, what's going to go wrong? You know, nothing goes wrong. You've done your very best to make something happen. And so there was another time where something wasn't working, and I said to my husband, I said, I know you've got a wall here, darling, but it's not a wall. You perceive it as a wall. But, you know, when you get a wall, you go over the wall, you go under the wall, you find a way around the wall, or you break the wall down. And I've always broke the wall down if I have to, because I am that unstoppable and I am that persistent. But here's the really interesting part. And I was just saying this. I was saying this in my podcast. Find a way over the wall, under the wall, around the wall, or break the wall down. But then I ordered this book from Tony Robbins called Awaken the Giant Within, and I totally recommend it. And Tony Robbins says almost exactly what I say. I mean, he's like my spiritual dad. He doesn't know that, but he is so my spiritual dad. And he reminds me of my own dad that, you know, passed away when I was 19. But he adds one thing to it. I've never heard anyone else say this. I thought I made it up. And maybe Tony Robbins thought he made it up too, and it comes from somewhere. Don't know. But he came up with a very important addition to this. And he says, if you find a wall, find a doorway through the wall. And I thought, wow, that's a good one. Like sometimes you don't have to break the wall down. If you can find a doorway through the wall, even better. I love that. So thank you, Tony Robbins, for that one. Because I was like, okay, there's a time and place to break the wall down. But if you can find a doorway through, that's a lot easier. There's always a way. If it's meant to be, and this is my guiding light, if it's meant to be in the highest and best good for you, and I tell myself this all the time, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to make that happen, and I'm good at making things happen. But I always say in the highest and best good for me and the highest and best good for others. Because otherwise I don't want it. And so I hope that helped you in your manifesting journey and your journey of becoming unstoppable. It's radical self-acceptance and self-belief. It's loving yourself. It's knowing that you deserve to have whatever that thing is that you're going after, the job or the love or getting your laptop back. Now, I want to just share with you one more thing is I got my laptop and I was feeling so happy about the whole experience. And I was just like so full of joy. And as you can imagine, like I was in seventh heaven. I was on cloud nine. I was like giddy, like a schoolgirl, like I got my laptop. Yeah, I was like having a party inside my head. And I'm on my way back to Amsterdam. And I was thinking about all the people I met along the way. And there was a reason why I left the laptop on the bag or the laptop on the train. Everything happens for a reason. I was meant to meet everyone upon my journey, all the angels, all the guardians, all these amazing humans I met on my journey to getting that laptop back. I empowered and helped them, and they empowered and helped me. And so sometimes when we do things that, you know, they seem like a tragedy or a woe is me, or, oh my God, I left my laptop on the train. It happened for a reason. I 100% believe that. And I was meant to meet all those people that I met. It was an incredible journey. And I'm so grateful for the whole thing. And it taught me so much too. And it was an initiation into me stepping fully into my power as a manifestor, as a Jedi Manifestor of mastery, because I know that I manifested that. I know by law of attraction, I brought that back to me, and I did the work to get it back as well. And so I'm on my way back to Amsterdam, and I was just so happy and just in such a good space. And I saw these little canal trips, and they go around the canal and you get to see all the beautiful, beautiful buildings in Amsterdam. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's so beautiful. I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as like a reward. It's like my celebration reward for being unstoppable and getting my laptop back. And so I booked in to do it. And we get on the what do you call it? The boat. It's like a long boat, and it's very touristy, and there's all these tourists there, and there's a baby crying, and there was a guy behind me that was pretty grumpy, and the energy was like kind of, and I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, but I was so happy. I was like, it's okay. And the guy that was driving, he made friends with me. Him and I connected, and he could feel the energy, and he was like, and he looked over at me and he winked, and he had his microphone, and he says, this is my friend Schamet from New Zealand, and it's her birthday today. So can we all sing happy birthday to her? And inside I was like, it's not my birthday. And I almost said it out loud, but then I was like, no, just let him do what he's doing. He's got a plan here. Just go with it, Schamet. But I'm so honest. I'm like, it's not my birthday. But then I was like, no, just go with it. But he was an energy worker. And what he did was he elevated the energy. Everybody started singing. And so all these people started singing happy birthday, and all the energy raised, and the baby stopped crying. The grumpy guy stopped being grumpy. Everybody was happy. And then I'm like, oh, I was already beaming, but now I'm really like, it's my birthday today. And so I just had so much fun, and everybody's like, oh, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I thought, well, this is my happy birthday gift for really believing in myself. And so that's the last thing I want to say is believing in you, believing in your dream, believing in who you are, and not allowing anyone else to tell you otherwise. Like really standing strong, being your own rock, being your own advocate, and not allowing other people to put stuff on you. Like, no. Oh, you think that's who I am? Nope, I know who I am. Oh, you don't think I can do that? Okay, well, that's more about you than me. Oh, you don't think it's possible? Well, that says a lot about what you think's possible, but has nothing to do with what I think. And, really standing strong in your beliefs and who you are. And then standing behind yourself, like having your own back, front and center, and being your own advocate, your own cheerleader, your own support. And and also the last thing, I know I said the other thing was the last thing, but one more thing. At the end of the day, I knew that I might have to surrender and let it go. And I was willing to let it go. I was willing to surrender it. And so when you are unattached to the outcome and you hand it over, because I had to, I had no control really. There was a letting go and a surrendering of the attachment, but knowing that if I did everything within my power, then that would be okay, because then I could surrender, then I could let go, because then I would have to. But the unstoppable part is knowing that I have done everything I can to make that a reality. I've done everything within my own personal power And the rest is left to the co-creative process, the co-creative journey. And so I hope you found that helpful. Go out there and be unstoppable. Believe in yourself. Know thyself. And stand strong in loving yourself. Got a self-love and self-marriage retreat coming up soon. Would love, 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 love to have you there. I'll put the link in the comments. It's going to be amazing. The foundation of me being unstoppable is loving myself. You know, really loving all parts, all aspects, and putting that faith, you know, in me. And so I'm going to be guiding that journey with my soul sister, Emmy from Feminine Revered, and I will be guiding the self-love and self-marriage journey. Link will be below. Look forward to seeing each and every one of you, sending you so much love and so many abundant blessings upon your journey. Mwah. Mwah.